Chara Expo 2019 is officially over, and if you haven't seen my channel before, first of all, welcome. Second of all, I was very excited for this convention. I have made a video about the first Chara Expo in the United States last year, which is actually one of my most viewed videos, which, thank you. If you haven't seen it, quick recap, there was room for improvement, I gave it a 3. So there was a lot riding on this convention. They said it was going to be bigger and better than last year, so naturally, as a Bushiroad fanboy, I was very excited. I got my ticket kind of differently, but they were selling 2-day passes online and at card shops in the surrounding Southern California area. My friend actually went to a Japanese culture festival and Bushiroad was there. He did a thing, forgot what it was honestly, but he spun a wheel and he won tickets to Chara Expo. He already had his, so he gave me the ones that he won. Thank you, Huey. You're a real one. Tickets were pretty cheap regardless, especially for the guests, which I'm gonna get into. The ticket price was really well. So I packed up my stuff and I headed to the con, late of course. I made it to the Anaheim Convention Center, which was decently mapped out. I didn't get lost easily and I made it to the end of the line. One thing was that Weiss registration ended at 10 a.m. and I was in line to get in at 9:30, so I was kind of concerned that I was not gonna make it in time for the Weiss Scwharz registration. It was seriously like a really big line. A nice man came up to me and asked me if I was there for the tournament. I said yes, so I completely skipped the line. It took me at least 10 minutes tops from getting in line to going into the convention. So next year, if you don't want to wait in line, do that. Real quick, tournament report. Vanguard had a total of 709 people, which is really nice. That is a lot of people. And Weiss Scwharz had 209 people, which for Weiss Scwharz, that is a lot of people, especially for this niche game. Good size. Anyway, I ran Subaru Natsuki Beatdown. Out of the 8 rounds that we had in Weiss, I won 4 of them. Okay, one of my opponents didn't show up. So 3 out of 7 isn't bad. It's still an F, but it's still decent. Over to the side, we did have the free fight and the bingo area. I did play a game. I got all these stamps in one game and I kind of gave up after one match because I was in the tournament and I was kind of slightly burnt out on Weiss because I played a lot during the first day. One big improvement about the convention was that there were vendors and exhibits, and there were actually a decent amount. Near the front of the hall there were these flowers things. It wasn't for someone that passed away, it's some idle stuff. That is honestly just above my pay grade. Near the front, they did a lot of demos for different card games like Godzilla and the Naruto card game. And there is actually the Beyblade booth that was capped. I don't understand why, but they were not taking any more people to do demos. Core TCG and Mameshiba had a booth. Not sure what Mameshiba is doing nowadays, but I honestly do not care. Here's the Calpico booth. They had the Calpico Dreamers where they personified Calpico drinks into cute girls. This trend seriously needs to end. It seems like the Americans are super into that, which, stop it. It's fucking annoying. Anyways, you like their Facebook page, you get a Calpico drink. Here is the demo area for Chrono Class, which actually does have Naruto, Evangelion, and Godzilla on it. And I am interested in playing. I will pick it up eventually. Here is Japanime Games. They do board games. They actually localized some Japanese board games as well. There is one that I did want to check out, but I forgot what the name of the series was. But here it is. I did look it up in post. Here's the Good Smile booth. Yes, I did buy a figure. It was this mocha to be exact. I got it for 20 bucks. In Japan, it was actually $20 as well, so no big loss there. I mean, with the conversion rate, it'll be like $18, but whatever. Here are our friends Animatopia, where you could get some Ichiban Kuji and buy little trinkets and stuff. This is the Animate USA booth, and they actually had some Shadowverse playmats. They had sleeves and these special Shadowverse pins as well. If you can't tell, I recently got super into Shadowverse. Here's the Lumika stage right next to the wrestling stage. Kind of surreal watching Hatsune Miku dance covers as well as wrestling literally right next to each other. Here is more of the Lumika stage. And here's actually round 1. Now, it isn't as big as the arcade and Animanga, and this was still a decent sized area, and they had a good amount of arcade games too. Starlight Fest. Here we have some review Starlight clothes. and a Love Live booth. You do a roll, you get a thing. It's kind of the same vein as the one in Anime Expo, so nothing really new to see. More review Starlight. These are actually signboards of the seiyus. JoJo coming to Weiss Scwharz, made a video on it. And Agronovis, I love their music. And Vanguard Zero, still not out in English. I'd expected it to be out by now. D4DJ booth, woo! We got all the groups as well as some promo videos. Here are the Poppin' Party and Roselia stage outfits. Some cardboard cutouts of their instruments. Here's the Garupa Party USA. A real bear, some signatures, and a message from the seiyus. Some literal carnival games. The Poppin' Party lets you fish and you get like a little toy. And Roselia has kind of like a target shooting type thing. Here's the food area and the stage as well. And I ate okonomiyaki. Okonomiyaki is seriously like my favorite food. Assault Lily, you tell me what this is. Oh hey, Detective Conan. Huh? How'd I get here? Sympha gear. Oh, there's a car. So this was a VR trailer for a gacha game that is actually releasing soon. What was on the screen is not what was being shown on the headset. Here's the stage. I was near the front of the free section. After the concert, I rushed it out because I knew the traffic coming out of the parking lot was gonna be a nightmare. And that was actually like a quick rundown of what was on the floor. There was actually a lot of stuff for Vanguard, for the new Vanguard sets coming out, and there was actually a booth for the Buddy Fight Dangerous Vegetables set, which I actually didn't get any footage of because it was around the time that Roselia was gonna start playing, so there was like a lot of people there. But in the corner of my eye, I did see someone holding a carrot, and I was like, yes. They actually also had a stamp rally where you go to the different booth, you get a stamp, and you get a shirt afterwards. Unfortunately, I didn't do the stamp rally because I thought I was going to be back for Sunday for Raise A Suilen, but unfortunately, band commitment and stuff, I wasn't able to go. So that really sucks, and because of that, I actually didn't join the band league either. But the only thing in the band league that was kind of note was that if you top the band league, you get a Yukina figure. There actually wasn't an entry prize for joining the band league. And for the entry prize, you get a New Japan Pro Wrestling thing, you get a deck box, or also you could get a keychain. I got the keychain. Now, let's get into the big draw of the convention. Roselia. Raise A Suilen 2. Same way to get tickets, like last year you have to spend a certain amount at the merch booth to get the tickets. There was a Facebook post stating that people were not allowed to line up before 5 a.m. and people that have lined up before 5 a.m. will get kicked out. Naturally, people lined up before 5 a.m. Supposedly there wasn't any staff there before the lineup and someone actually seriously got injured when they opened up the line, so Bushiroad kind of needs to be better prepared next time. Anyways, I was there for Roselia. I did want to see Raise A Suilen, but again, had a show that night, so I couldn't go. But anyways, the sound mixing was a million times better than last year. Everyone's instruments was super clear in the mix. The songs were great. Yes, they played Firebird. And yes, I did lose my shit. My buddy said Raise A Suilen was great. Again, wish I was there. New Japan Pro Wrestling was fun, the little bit that I did see. There was D4DJ as well doing a special performance. I did catch that. It was very enjoyable. So they weren't actually DJing, they were just singing over the pre-recorded tracks. I did kind of want to see I did kind of want to see Kasumi DJing, but I guess the guitar is fine. And actually there was a special Poppin' Party acoustic set on Sunday. I fucking hate that I didn't go, but I heard it was pretty good. If you like the properties, this is literally your Christmas. Now I did not go to the merch booth at all because I did all my bang drink shopping in Japan. I'm sorry. But anyways, time to rate this con with my completely unscientific grading scale. Price gets a 5. It is so cheap to see Roselia, Raise A Suilen, a Poppin' Party acoustic set, and D4DJ. Plus, there was a good amount of vendors and a lot of things to do this year compared to last year. I really wish Beyblade was not capped. Vendors and exhibitors get to 4. There were a good amount of vendors this year, like Animatopia and well, actually that's it. Better than last year though, I can tell you that for sure. Still not a lot. There were a lot more exhibits that you can walk around and look at, but vendors, like people I could give money to, not a lot. But again, huge improvement from last year. Venue gets a 3, kind of the same issues as last year, no real sense of direction when you park. You just kind of have to know ahead of time where you are going. The staff though was super nice. They helped me out in the line because I was joining the tournament. Again, I'm super appreciative of that. People running the booths were knowledgeable, fun, and easygoing. Parking was fucking expensive though, especially since I went by myself and I had to meet up friends at the convention. Programming gets a 4. There was so much to see and do. Not a lot of shopping to do because the booths were more like trade show booths. I played so many rounds of Weiss though. There was a lot of music playing, there were a lot of carnival games, screenings, and overall it was a good time. I could see if someone who didn't play card games might not care or have a lot to do, again like last year, but round 1 can kill some time. I see they learned from anime manga. Guest gets a 4, same issues involving tickets to the point that someone got hurt, but there were a lot more guests this year, like a ton more. A lot of Bushy Road properties were represented here, and again, D4DJ, we get an acoustic poppin' party set. We get like a Detective Conan screening too, like it was a pretty good amount. In total, Chara Expo this year, I give it a 4 out of 5. Still a small convention. The room that it was held in was ginormous, and I do see Bushy Road going all out to try to fill it. They made a lot of improvements this year, and I am really glad that they really stretched out the con, invited outside companies to take part in it, and letting other vendors be a part of the convention. I was not disappointed at all this year. Also, major improvement, the fucking wrestling ring is not in the middle of the convention this time. Let's see how next year is. I will be there for sure. Did y'all go to Chara Expo this year? Did you have a good time? I am interested to hear about the people who did not go for the card games and was at the convention, you know, just to hang out and watch some idol groups. Another perspective of the convention. Also, shout out to the 4 people that recognized me when I was on the floor getting some B-roll footage. that was a big shock. Anyways, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and share and all that good stuff for more Weiss Scwharz card games, anime convention content. This has been Lunchbox 5930 with Casually Weiss Scwharz, and I will see y'all in the next one.